Microphone check 1 2. It's your boy the network in the building, back with another live stream. What it do? We got my man S Smooth in the building. Shout out S Smooth. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. What I got going on here? So we only need 2 routers for this lab, back to back. Go ahead and cable them up back to back. I already got my terminal server powered on. I got my router 1 and router 3 powered on. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes for some people to tune in as well. This is pretty much the same topology as yesterday, same exact topology. Now what I need to remember is yesterday we did, let me see, what did we do? I want to say we did the standard. Did we do the standard yesterday? We did the standard named yesterday, I believe. I don't remember. Y'all got to remind me. Let me triple check this though. Yeah, I think we did this one. Let me see. Let me triple check that. We'll give it again some a couple minutes for some people to tune in. Some people be tuning in late, walking into class late and stuff like that, and I gotta point them out. Be like, you sir in the back, I need you to answer this question. What are ACLs and what are the types of ACLs? Are there? What functions they are, etc., etc., etc. But y'all know I ain't really the type to really point people out or anything like that. Anyways, if you are just tuning in for the first time, this is the lab guide we use for these streams. 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4. You can get a copy of this from 101labs.net. It is, there's also a link in the description box below. It is an affiliate link, so I do get commission if you do click it from there. It is an Amazon link. It'll take you to Amazon, so you can get it faster from there. I don't know how it is if you order it from there, but that's where I got it from. What I just wanted to double check, because now I'm getting confused what we did yesterday. How did I forget? I know we did standard. We did some ACLs yesterday, and I think we did an extended ACL. Let me see. We did an extended ACL, but we did the named one. Yes. Okay, standard named. We did the extended numbered. Believe we did extended named yesterday as well, didn't we? Did we do the extended named? Y'all gotta remind me. Nope, we didn't do extended named. So that's what we gotta do. So we did numbered yesterday. Today we're gonna do named. Let me triple check that though. Let me triple check that. Anywho, y'all remember the difference, right? No, we didn't do this one. That's right, because it's over here talking about allow, EIGRP, and all this other stuff. So page number 399, lab number 92. Boy, we are just like getting to the final lap here for this book here, right? It says 101 labs, this book, but it's actually 120, about 120 labs in here. There's like a couple bonus ones after that, right? And right now we're on lab number 92. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We are on episode number, what is it, 63 today? We got Gonzalo in the building, representing Buenos Aires in the house. I ain't seen you in a minute. What you was studying, or you was taking the CCNA exam? I can't remember if you went for that exam or not. But I forgot what your journey was like. So let me make sure that these bad boys are powered on. Yes, I got router 1. I don't want to get in that mode. I want to actually get in. I want to stay there. I want to stay there. Router 3 is also powered on, so go ahead and drag and drop 2 routers like this. Y'all know I like to use. Let me use a different color today. Let's go with this. Let's go with this blue right here. We need to get a little thicker. You know, we like a thick, just like I like my women. So this that router right there. Go ahead and drag and drop 2 routers. Name it router 1 and router 3 for some reason. I don't know if because they like to trip us up. Router 1 and router 2. But we got how many tasks today? Looks like we got. This is a little bit difficult too. They gave this lab a 8 out of 10 in difficulty. So I might need some help from the Fat Finger Squad. But did I do a run on this? I don't even think I did a run on this. Let me triple check that though, because did we do lab 91? I don't think we did lab 91. That don't look familiar right there. Telnet access. Nah, we ain't do 91. Numbered and then named. So that's what it is. And I put that in the title of this video too. Good to see you guys tuning in and stuff. I'm gonna get you guys some time to catch up. Just drag and drop 2 routers, just like this right here, right? I'm gonna make sure that that is the same exact topology, so that way I ain't messing this up. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna create an extended numbered access list, because yesterday we did I think we did a named one. Yeah, we did a named one, and it was called. I just want to triple check what they did with these access lists. Yeah, because I don't think we did all this. If y'all remember from yesterday, what we did yesterday. Let me see. I've been busy as heck, bro. Started a job in cybersecurity. No priority. Man, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Gonzalo for getting a job in cybersecurity, man. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, I appreciate you for tuning in. And where do you see the lab difficulty rating? In the old lab guide. I also have the copy of the old lab guide. They have the difficulty ratings in that. Version 4, they took those out. I don't know why. But they gave it an 8 out of 10. So, but yeah, congrats to Gonzalo getting his job in cybersecurity. Did we do, y'all gotta remind me, man. Y'all gotta remind me. What labs did we do yesterday? We did standard named. I know we did standard named already. And then, did we do 2 labs yesterday? Or we did 1 lab? I think we did 2 labs. We did standard named, and then I think we did this numbered ACL. Trying to remember. We're still giving it some time to some people. No experience. What the heck? I know, right? Like, how the heck did you get that job, man? You're like, you, sir. You, down the block. They just grabbed you. We need somebody to do some cybersecurity. You know some cybersecurity? Yeah, well, not really, but I do watch NetworkBruh. Oh, yeah, you definitely can get hired. I'm just trying to remember if we're doing 91 or 92. You guys got to remind me, man. Because 91, they're asking us to telnet, apply it inbound here, use ping. Yeah, I think we did the numbered one. Yeah, so I think we're definitely on 92. Named ACLs. Yeah, we didn't do this. And then, if we got time, I'll do another one, which is extended numbered. So we got extended named, extended numbered. Oh, okay, so basically, they just like, that's why I'm getting confused. Because they do the same exact topic, a lab after that. But they just change up the topology and just maybe put some different rules. I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. But if that's the case, then I hope you didn't get started on this yet, because this is not the loopbacks and stuff on there. They did it differently. So let me pull that up. Let me see if I got it on here. Give me a second here. He just added a couple more. How we gonna do this? Let's see here. Because I only got, you see, that's extended numbered. It's the other extended numbered. And then he did another extended numbered here. We need the extended name, which is this one right here. Beautiful, got it. All right, so this is the same as that topology, except they put like different loopbacks and stuff, slightly different. So let me get that going, and then we'll get started. So we'll be starting right on time, because y'all know I like to give it about 10 minutes for some people to tune in and get you guys set up. You may or may not be able to do this on Packet Tracer, but you damn sure can do it on GNS3, because I think did I test this one today? I might have. I may or may not have. But you can do it on Even G. Shout out to Endrit. I haven't seen him in a minute. New. Don't save. Paste. And that's the topology right there. That is the topology. Y'all with me? And then get rid of that. Alright, so let's get started. I'm gonna go with green. Just to keep it brush. Come on, man. Do I need to keep this shit on there, man? I wish it saved my settings. But anyways, so yeah, drag and drop 2 routers just like this, and notice the interfaces are the same. It's just the loopbacks and stuff is different. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Task number 1. We only got 6 tasks for this one. Configure the host names. Y'all know how to do that? If not, I'll show you right now. Just for the newbies, right? So you just go to configure terminal, and then you just type in hostname, and then R1. Obviously, he's already R1 because I saved that in my configs. I am using hardware, right? I'm not using EvenG or any simulator. This is real equipment right here, right? So y'all know I'm a big component of that, and not only that, I'm old school. So we got Dave W in the building. Shout out Dave. 91 looks like a big lab. I don't think we did it yesterday. You right. You sure? You sure? Are you sure? It is a big lab, but okay. Let me triple check then, because so then yesterday we definitely did this one, which was that a standard one? Okay, so if we didn't do that one, then let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back to this one. So I'm gonna save this one. This is ACL number 2. So if you pointed that out, and if you remember, because they made the topologies look kind of the same. So if you're just new here, don't worry, we're gonna get started. We typically start 10 minutes after the stream. I just realized that do I want to save it as a PNG? Where you at? PNG, there you go. And then he is ACL number 2. We're gonna call it ACL 2, and then we're gonna open up ACL 1, first one, which was that guy. So we're gonna work with that one again. All right, well, not again, but do whatever lab you want. So if you don't think we did it yesterday, let me see. I'm looking at the yeah, because he says any, and then allow. I don't remember allowing telnet and all this stuff right here. I do remember allowing some pings and stuff. No, we did. We do source. Yeah, I don't think we did this. You're right. So lab number 91. Anyway, task 1, configure host names. We did that. Task 2, configure router 1, which is DCE, to provide a clock rate to router 3. So we need to do that interface right there, and this interface right here, and then have him provide the clocking, right? Y'all, we did this in the past, I don't know how many streams, right? 1 million streams. So y'all know how to do that. If not, then just follow on, right? So interface serial, remember your interfaces might be different. Mine is serial 000. His IP address is 172.16.1.1. Subnet mask of /26, which is 192, right? No shut. No, we need to do clock rate, right? Clock rate command, and he said 100. How many megabits per second? Kilobits per second. 768 kilobits per second, right? Let's get rid of this, and I want to pick a different color. Where's he at? I want to go with this bright green right here. No, yeah, we'll go with blue. All right, so we did the IP address. He's 1.1. We did the clock rate. Let's go ahead and no shut that bad boy. No shut. And let's go to router 3. Configure this interface, right? Go to global config mode. Interface serial 000. IP address is 172.16.1. I know I said I was going to stop doing these IP addressing because this is the easy shit, right? But just in case there's some new people in here that don't know how to do that or whatever, shout out to Jason Cliff. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. But yeah, there's sometimes we get some new people that come in and be like, this dude is doing, BGP confederations and route reflectors and shit. I don't know any of that shit, right? So I'm doing all the simple stuff here. And I know I said I was going to leave out this stuff and do it off stream, but I don't know. I just want to bring some new people along, man, because I just remember, just going through this stuff and not having anybody that's like me and just down to earth and to do it, just keep it funky like me. So anyway, he is /26, which is 192. No shut that bad boy, right? That brings it up. Show our work with. I learned this from PS. Shout out to PS in the chat room over there. Show protocols, and that gives us the entire address plus the subnet mask written insider notation, right? Because if you do show IP interface brief, which is a very popular show command, you're gonna see the IP addresses, but you're not gonna see the subnet mask. So that's why I like that one. Show protocols. And y'all know I'm not afraid to admit there's some things I didn't know, like this command right here. I didn't know that you could get I knew there's ways you can get the subnet mask, but I didn't know this one. So that's 2 ways I know how to do it now. So again, shout out to PS for that one. We got BMLMZ in the building. What's going on, BMLMZ? I was just doing BGP and packet tracing today. That's what's up, man. Yeah, BGP is a very complex subject, and I'm surprised. Oh, I guess I'm surprised, but packet tracer came a long way, and it's great that it supports it. But you may or may not be able to do this lab. I'm sure you can, but the source interface part, I don't know. Y'all let me know if you're using BGP. Let me know if you can change the source interface when you're pinging something or telnetting into something. So we did the IP addressing. That was task number 2. Task 3, configure a static default route from router 1, pointing to router 1 from point. Let me read this back. Configure a static default route on router 1, pointing to router 3 over the serial connection. So we need a serial default route, right? Y'all remember what that is, right? Basically, we got some traffic. We don't know what the hell to do with it. All right, well, fine. Send it out this interface, and hopefully it get to where it need to get to. That's what a static default route is. So he's gonna get to router 3, and then send it to where we need to send it to where it needs to go to. So we go to router 1, and then once we configure these, because he's not gonna know about these loopbacks until they're advertised. So because if we do a show IP routes, we see we only know about the 1.0 network, right? Which is this right here. We also have this 1.1, which is my configured interface. That's the locally configured one, right there. But we don't know about these. They haven't been configured yet. But even when they bring them up, he's still not going to know about it. That's what our default route's going to do to get us to get over there, right? So let's go ahead and configure that. Configure terminal. We say IP routes, and then quad 0, sudden and mask of quad 0 as well. That is how you do a default route. So you get traffic. You don't know what the hell to do with it. Send it out this interface right here. Which is the interface? 000. We got to do the same thing on this guy, right? Because we need to have bidirectional connectivity, right? So we need a default route going to that guy out of that interface. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that bad boy. Go to router 3, right? Go to this right here. Go to global config mode. Put that same exact route, right? Let's look at our routing table right now before I do that. Show IP route, right? So we have our connected. He know about the 1.0 network. He know about the 1.2, obviously, because he's locally configured on them, right? That right there. But he don't know about what to do with the unknown traffic. So if let's say we have a 192 network out here, he not gonna know what the hell to do with it. He not gonna know what the hell to do with it. He gonna be like, the fuck, 192? I never even heard of that network, right? So go ahead and send it out this interface. That's what we're gonna do with that, right? Send it out that interface right there. Y'all know I like to draw my little arrows and shit. Anyway, go config mode, paste that route. I didn't copy. I erased it from my clipboard. Paste that route right there. Go back to router 3. Paste. Enter. Y'all remember how the IP routing table looked like? Let's look at it now. Show IP route. And now we have our default route. Static default route. So any traffic, unknown traffic, go ahead and send it out of here. That's what the star means. It is a candidate default. He said, good. Sorry I'm late. Zoom meeting went over. Hey, it's all good, Geek Master. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. I start the streams at 8 o'clock, but I usually give it about 10 minutes for some people in case they're on a Zoom meeting and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I was in one earlier about 2 hours ago. So, yeah, man, with Cisco, I see more dollars per month with less physical work. Yeah, what do you mean, Pete? Lee? I see more dollars per month with less physical work. Better job, more pay. Agreed. Now, I ain't gonna say I didn't do shit today, but yes, you're right. I didn't physically, I didn't break my damn back today, but I definitely worked because we had some issues, SSHing to a router. What else we had? We had some issues. It ended up being an ISP issue, but we had some issues with VPN and stuff like that. So we had to open up a ticket with the ISP. We had one of our core routers having this Mac move flapping, with VLAN flapping, all this. It was just crazy today, man. We had put out a lot of fires today, but we was able to get through it today. So, and my back don't hurt, except for the time that I had to pick up this big ass Nexus switch and racked it with my supervisor, and they're heavy. I don't know if you ever seen the 9K switches, but those are super heavy. So, if you're doing something like that, then yes, it can be physical work. So that was task 3, the default routes. We also have to do this on task 3. Configure these loopback interfaces. So these guys right here, we got to configure those, right? Give them their respective addresses of 10.10.10.3, 20.3, and 30.3. Those guys right there. So go ahead and do that. If you don't know how to configure and loopback address, then watch. If not, there's some smart people in the chat room. They can help you out. They can tell you what the hell a loopback is. It is not something that, hold on, what am I doing here? Interface loop back 10. His IP address is 10.10. 10 dot. Very similar to what we did yesterday. This is why I like Paul Browning's book, because he drills this stuff in our head. Now, like, I used to have issues with ACLs, and this is why I'm glad he have us do, like, we're doing he got two labs of numbered ACLs, 2 labs of named ACLs. I used to have issues with that. Natting and ACLs used to confuse the hell out of me. But this is drilling this shit in my head. And I hope you guys are not just watching this. You actually have GNS3 launched up, or your routers and switches launched up, or whatever, and you're actually doing this along with us. This is an interactive live stream here. So, the master 255 or 20/25, which is 255.255.255. I'm sorry. Yeah, 128. Interface loopback 20. Right, this guy right here. His IP address is that, right? So 10.20.20.3/28, which is 240. Right, so 255.240. What am I doing? Interface loop 10. What the fuck? Come on, bro. Come on, lad. Y'all see that? Fat Finger Squad in the building. Basically, I tried to put the loopback and the damn IP address in the same thing. Moving too fast here. Here's the interface loopback 20. Then you go to the interface and do that. Control A, IP address. There. Y'all with me so far? Anybody got any questions or anything like that? Better set that loopback address. Yeah, I messed it up right there, man. It doesn't seem that. Well, let me see. I gotta get caught up here. Nexus 9000. Yes, man. The Nexus 9K switch. They're heavy as hell, man. My coworker, my supervisor, he was basically like, "Yeah, this thing's heavy, man. You ready?" I was like, "Bro, I lift weights, man. This ain't nothing, man." But I think I was just like leaned over wrong. And that kind of messed up. You know, you're supposed to lift with your legs, right? Just like you squatting and stuff, right? And it's a heavy, really heavy-duty switch. I'll pull up an image in case you guys haven't seen it before. But you can just Google it. Put Nexus 9K. And it has a handle on the side so you can pick it up. And so we was racking it in the data center. So picked it up. But I think I lifted it wrong. But then once I got it up, I was fine. And we slid it in and then pause. and then we both had a drill and was able to drill it in. But yeah, big heavy switch, man. Sharing something I found today. A resource mentioned mic, which upon research brings up microphones. Managed to find the actual meaning behind it and figure I would share. Let us know. Are you talking about mic as in like with wireless? I think that's like a wireless concept as well. Right? I don't remember. Let me know. Yeah, I think that's a wireless concept. I can't remember. I'm not really a big fan of wireless and stuff, man. I did some more wireless videos on my channel if you want to, check those out as well. But we did interface loopback 20. We need to do interface loopback 30. Interface loop 30. His IP address is 10.30.30.3/29 subnet, which is 248. I'm getting a little better with those subnet masks as well. This is why I love doing this with y'all and talking out loud. Show protocols. Shout out to my man PS for that one. And we got 16.1.2, which is that interface right there. We got 10.10.3, that is correct. /25, 10.20.23, right? These guys right here. And 10.30.33/29. So I got those. I did the subnetting correctly. All right, good to go. So that was task 3. We only got 6 tasks today, or right now we're on task 4. Test connectivity. To test connectivity, ping router 1 from router 3. So we're gonna have this router ping that guy right there. Right? We're gonna ping him. Y'all know what ping is, right? We're basically sending like a sonar, a little radar, and it's gonna let us know we have basic connectivity. Right? Usually on this channel, we pray to the network gods and hope that we get a reply, right? So let's go ahead and do that, right? Ping 172.16.1.1. Pray to the network gods, and we got a reply. Good to go. We got 5 exclamation points. That lets us know we are successful with that. So we did it from this interface when we did that, right? So we did it from that interface. Now they also said to ping it from loopback 10, loopback 20, and loopback 30. So now, when we pinged it, we did it out of this interface like that, right? So now we're going to do it from these loopbacks. So we basically have to change the source interface, right? Which is loopback, so loopback 20, loopback 30, and loopback 10, 20. 10, 20, 30. Y'all know what the hell I meant. Shit. Go to global, and not global config mode. We got to say ping 172.16.1.1, right? And we change the source. What's the source interface? Loopback 10. That worked. The other one, I'll put the up arrow key to just put it in quicker. Loopback 20, that worked. And then loopback 30, which hopefully that works as well. 3, 0, enter, and we got all 5 replies, right? We got 5, 10, 10, 15 replies, so we're good to go there, right? So they all work, right? So now we're gonna create an ACL. You remember what an ACL is, right? Basically the bouncer at the nightclub, right? To block off some of this shit, right? We're gonna pick who can come into our nightclub and who can't come into our nightclub, right? But we're not gonna put the ACL there. We're gonna put the ACL here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we're gonna put an ACL there to allow only certain type of traffic and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what an ACL does. Access control list. And if you don't know, now you know. To ping from the loopbacks. Oh yeah, we did that. So task 5. We only got 2 more tasks. Task 6 and we're done. Configure both router 1 and router 3 to allow telnet connections. The password Cisco should be used for telnet access. Also configure and enable secret on both routers. So it feels like Groundhog Day because this is what he had us do yesterday's lab, right? So we're going to allow telnet access, right? So basically he can remote into him and vice versa. He can remote into him, right? We send a ping, that worked. We know that. But now we're gonna do telnet access, right? We're gonna configure that. So and again, these are just CCNA fundamentals. These are, I know some of y'all might be a little maybe more advanced than this and think, man, this shit easy, man. I know how to do telnet and stuff like that. But don't worry, don't fret. There is a CCNP version of this book. And this is, in case you're just tuning in, this is what typically we get these labs from. 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4. You can get a copy of this from 101labs.net, or there's a link in the description box below. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a copy of it, like a commission from it or whatever. But there is a CCNP version of this book, CCNP. So once we wrap this book up, we're going to go into more advanced topics. So we need to set up telnet first. We got to go to line VTY, 0 through, let's do 15, right? Oh, we can do 16, I guess. Can you do 17? Yeah, you can. I think you can do multiple lines. It just depends on which version you got. I'm going to do 16. So we're going to say transport input telnet, right? Let me show you what it looks like first before I do all of that. Right before I do all that. So run pipe section line. And by default, we are allowing everything. Oh, they might have took mine already. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Maybe I saved it. Who knows? Let's see. Let me do a show run. I hope I didn't save none of my old work on here. Let's triple check. Let's triple check. That shut down. Okay, good. I didn't save any of this. I don't know how that got in there. I didn't press enter when I did that, right? I don't think I pressed enter there. I pushed Control Z to get out of that. But somehow, I guess it took it that time. But oh well. So that, anyways, transport input telnet allows telnet. That's what it does. So basically, now he's allowing telnet. And then the login key, obviously that prompts for a username or password. But if you don't have a password set up, let's, I forgot who mentioned that yesterday, but if you don't have a password set up, this is what happens, right? I'll show you. Telnet to 172, so I'm going from here to there, and I'm going to try to telnet into it, right? What happens? 16.1.1. Come on, man. 2.16.1.1. It says you can get in, but password is required, but there's none set, so I can't get in, right? So you have to set a password to allow telnet access. Go to global config mode, right? Line VTY 0 through 15. Let's do 16. And we said transport input telnet. We did that already. We got to do password. All caps. Cisco is what he said. And he also said to allow, create, enable secret. Y'all know what that is, right? That's basically a password, but encrypted password to get into enable mode, right? Also known as privileged exec mode. What he said? Yeah, enable secret is also all caps Cisco. So we got to do enable secret, all caps Cisco, right? So now let's try to telnet again this time, right? From there to there, go to router 3, and we say telnet to that. Boom. Now he's prompted us for the password. What was it? It was all caps Cisco. My caps lock is not on. What's wrong with you, network, bro? All caps CISCO, right? That's how come people be messing up their passwords. Well, I used to do help desk, but is the caps lock on? Yeah, it's not. Oh, yeah, I'm in now. Thank you. So we're in now, right? we say enable, boom, it's going to ask us for the enable password, which was also all caps Cisco. So that works, right? Now we got to do the same thing going this way, right? So go to router 3. Let me get out of this, right? Because I have that remote session going. So now I'm back to router 3. And we said same thing. I'll show you what it looks like by default, right? Or at least what I have got saved in my defaults. Section, line, what we got going on here. So we'll do, that's what I wanted to see. Transport output all, and we'll just do 0 through 4. Right? That's just 4 lines we're working with. And that's allowing Telnet and SSH. They want us to filter it down to just Telnet, and that's how you do it. Transport output Telnet. Right? Go global fib mode, line 0 through, we'll do 16, whatever. Transport, oh my bad. I said, oh, that's what I'm doing. Line VTY, that's the VTY line. 0 through 16. We said transport, input, telnet. And now we're just allowing telnet. Oh, we got to put the password in. Let me go back in. Line VTY 0 through 16. Y'all with me so far? If you're not going to use SSH, don't have SSH. We said, nah, leave SSH. Yeah, if you're, agreed, Kelvin. Agreed. Yeah, SSH is always preferred. That is correct, Jason. However, you know, y'all know I love this book, man. It really challenges us and stuff like that, and I like to follow it to a T. Paul Browning asks us to do Telnet. Well, goddamn it, we're gonna do Telnet today. But yes, Jason is correct. SSH is always preferred. Why? Because it's encrypted, and you're less likely, and your traffic is not clear in clear text. Telnet is easier to hack or whatever. Yeah, always is a bold claim. Very true, Kelvin, because some organizations I worked at still use Telnet to this day, so I'm not going to say where they are, but yes, that's true. That is a bold claim. Like, we always want to tell. It was like, hey, man, Manuel, can you get into the, yeah, go ahead and Telnet. I was like, Telnet? Y'all use Telnet? Whatever. Anywho, transport, output Telnet, we did that. We wanted to do the login. We got login already. We needed the password, which was all caps Cisco, right? I hope you guys are following along and using the even G or GNS3 and not just watching, man. Please be interactive with this, man. Y'all work with me here. And if you missed this part and you like, man, I ain't get caught up, don't worry, we're gonna do another lab, and I hope you are actually labbing with us. So we got the password. We wanted to enable secret also, so enable secret, all caps Cisco, and let's go from router 1 to router 3 and test that theory out, right? So go to router 3. And we're going to telnet into 172.16.1.2. Boom. And now our password was all caps Cisco. So that worked. We're in router 3. We go to enable mode and we do the same thing. All caps Cisco. Perfect. 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 Task number 6, the final task. Final task. And we write this up. But guess what? Paul Browning lumped in about 8 freaking tasks in task 6. So let's break this down. We're going to break this down in chunks. Let me meet chunks here. Configure a numbered extended ACL, right? Y'all know what ACL is, right? It is not a body part. Well, it is a body part, but in this case, it is an access control list, right? Just like I said in the last stream. It is basically like the bouncer at the nightclub. He has a RSVP list. He's going to allow only certain people to come in, right? So if you come from this subnet and he wants to know where inside the club you're going to go into. You go into the bathroom, you go into the bar, you go into VIP, whatever. That is what it does. It checks the source and the destination. You can also filter it by protocol, right? So if you want to allow only SSH traffic, if you want to allow only Apple Talk for, whatever, you can, filter it down. It's really granular when you're using ACLs. So they say to create a numbered one, right? So we're going to create kind of like the RSVP list, but we're going to say, we're going to number it, right? So it can be like 1 through, I believe, 100 through 199, and 2600 through 2699. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. If you know it, that's our pop quiz for today. What are the ranges? Well, question mark, y'all see it. But what are the ranges for extended ACLs? I believe it's 100 through 199 and 2600 through 2699. I don't remember. But put that in the chat if you know. Configure the numbered ACL to allow telnet access from router 3. So what we're going to do is, we've already allowed telnet access, right? We're allowing telnet access from router 3. Just like that, right? Telnet. Right? That's I'm not going to write the whole damn telnet, but we're going to do that, right? And then, but we're going to do it from router 3's loopback 10 and 30 networks. So he's actually going to allow telnet traffic from loopback 10 and loopback 30 networks. All right, so we're going to allow traffic coming from these subnets, or loopbacks rather. Subnets, really. And then explicitly configure the ACL to deny telnet from router 3, loopback 20. So we're going to do the telnet here, but we're going to deny traffic from this subnet. So basically, you know, who you with? Whatever. Yeah, I'm with Chris Brown's entourage. He said I can come in. No, oh, you with Chris Brown? Oh, y'all be, y'all be wilding out, man. Hitting people in the head with bottles and shit. No, you can't get in. So, got a lot to catch up here. Let me see here. Yeah, Kevin, you got a lot of shit in here. So, 2 favorite commands: no iOS domain, no IP domain lookup. That's one of my favorite commands. I've got that in my default. Logging synchronous. I believe I do have that. I don't know if I have that in my console, but yes, you're right. Greater security isn't always preferred. In that case, we'd be using military-grade locks on everything. Like everything, it's a compromise. Yes, that's true. Because you can get very, very, very granular, but then it starts to like cripple your damn network and shit. So you don't want to have these super complex, SSH, ACL. You don't want it too complex, man. You want it complex, but not too complex. Can you explain VTY lines Y0 through 16? Well, it depends on the version of iOS or platform you have. You can do 0 through 199 or whatever. But I think back in the day, you can only set like 15 the VTY lines. And then it was like 16 VTY lines. So it depends on which iOS version you're using. Mine, good question though. Let's see. I'll show you real quick. Good question. Line VTY 0 through what? 807. So I can have 807 simultaneous VTY lines, basically, if I wanted to set that up. It just really depends on which version of iOS you're using, I believe. There are a number of cases where telnet's actually preferred over SSH. I'd like to know. What's her name? Damn, what's that lady? A comedian name. I can't even remember. I missed the moment there. When she's like in the memes, I'd like to see it. Christopher, what's that key combination to stop DNS lookups? It's Control Shift, I believe it's Control Shift X and 6 altogether. I think that's what it is. Routers actually very often needed to do DNS lookups. Yes, they did. But I don't like it, Kelvin. Yes, you're right. It does not work on Canadian multi-language standard keyboard, though. So in production, you typically don't disable domain lookup outright. You can instead do transport and preferred none under the line. Very true. So disabling them manually is nice when you do not need them. Man, it's a lot to catch up here, man. Let me go ahead and get to the lab in here. I don't want to hold anybody up. Yeah, Kelvin helps out a lot, and this is exactly why he's a moderator. Y'all go ahead and check him out. He has a great channel as well. Hold on for a second. Y'all give me a second. Yeah, so y'all check him out, man. He's got a great YouTube channel. He's got way more complex shit than we doing over here. We on here playing with 2 routers and stuff. He's doing CCNP level stuff, man. So Weber Tutorials, appreciate you for tuning in, man. Good to see you. Oh, cool. I haven't checked in a while. As it took a break after CCNP. Nice to see you still going. Yep, for sure, for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on with the show. So I hope that answered your question, Vix. What was your name again? Shit, you need to scroll back up because y'all Voltrix. I don't know what that is. VOLXXX, but that's a good question. I hope that answered your question. And Kelvin, let me know if I answered them correctly. Task number 6 still. Explicitly configure the... so that's what we had to do. We had to do a deny for this and allow those 2. So let's go ahead. We know we need to do a standard and a numbered... an extended numbered ACL, right? So we got to go to global config mode, which we're already in. We say IP access list. We're doing an extended one. And we're going to give it a number. I guess we'll give it number 170. right? So now we're in extended numbered access control list configuration mode. Say that 5 times. And we're going to create a rule to allow this guy's telnet and allow this guy to telnet. So let's go ahead and start with that. We know we need to do a permit first, right? And what are we going to permit? We're going to permit this subnet right here. So, but what type of traffic first? In this case, it's telnet. So if you type in telnet, router's going to be like, what the fuck that mean? No, that's not how the syntax works. You got to put in the type of traffic first. Yes, we said telnet, but telnet, if you do a question mark, you'll see it asks you the protocol. So telnet is a protocol, but you need to put what type of protocol. It is a TCP protocol, not a UDP. It's TCP. So we got to do permit TCP. Come on, man. Come on, Vlad. TCP, and then you put where it's coming from, right? The source destination in this case. Source address is 10.10.3, right? So 10.10.10.3. But the question said to allow from those subnets. So not just one specific host. We could have done host, but we're doing just the entire subnet. So we need to take this subnet mask into consideration, right? But we don't put in the subnet mask. We put in a wildcard mask, right? I'll show you. Question mark, it says wildcard bits, right? Y'all know how to do that? It's 000.127, I believe, right? Now, triple check, so I'm triple sure. 255 minus 128, which is 127. So, you see, I've done this a million times, and now I'm starting to remember the wildcard masks at least. And I hope you guys are doing that along with me. Yes, I used a calculator, but pretty soon I might not be able to need it anymore. And yes, it was simple arithmetic, but what the hell? It is what it is. I'm not great at mental math, right? So, sue me. Destination address is this guy right here, right? That is where we're destined to go to, right? So, we're working with this guy still. Working with that ACLs subnet. Destination address is 172.16.1.1. And then the destination wildcard bits /26 000, which is 255 minus 192, which I haven't remembered yet. Right, so 255 minus 192 is 63. Guess I didn't know that one yet. So 63. Am I correct in doing that? I think I'm so. I think I'm correct there. And then you can worry about the protocol. In this case, equals. No, you got to do the protocol. So let me triple check. I need a question mark for that because I can't even remember that at this point. Yes, equals. I don't know why it didn't work. I guess you got to put in the whole thing. So EQ for equals, we're putting the exact protocol. You can either type in telnet or you can put a protocol number, what's the port number for telnet? 23, right? So we can do 23 just like that. And that's going to allow this. Let's triple check our work so far. Do show access list. Hyphen list, right? This is what we got so far. We're permitting TCP traffic from this subnet 10.000 with that wildcard mask, right? This guy right here. That's that wildcard mask for that subnet, and that's the destination right here. We can do just host if we wanted to, but we're doing the entire subnet. So you can write it however you want. I'll check the solution guide to see how they did it. But iOS is for life. Is life for these certs? Yeah, they are, man. Using wildcard notation. It looked like I'm losing my stream there. Y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. Anywho, so yeah, let's go back into that ACL. We're still in that ACL mode. So now we permitted this guy with the circle. Let's go ahead and permit this guy. So similar thing, right? Just different IP address. So we'll go ahead and write that out, right? So we said we're going to permit TCP traffic from the 10.30.30.3 subnet. And notice it's going to convert it. Notice that. Remember I put 3 last time. And then when we did a show of that ACL, it did it to 10.0. So it converted that entire subnet. But what is that wildcard? What's it going to actually block if that's the whole subnet? That's my question. Kelvin, can you answer that? Because I know how to convert the wildcard mask. What is it going to block, though, when we just specify that specific subnet? We could have just left it as not all 0, but if we'd have put just 255, it would have let that whole subnet in, wouldn't it? So why we do our wildcard masks like that? 240, so that means it's no. 248. So that means it's 7.7. And then equals, well, we'll do telnet this time. Remember last time I did 23? Oh, you can't do that, can you? Oh, you got to do the destination. Duh. 172.16.1.0. We'll do 1.1 this time. The exact thing. Right? Exact IP address. Yes. Equals telnet. Come on, what am I missing here? Oh, because you got to actually type in EQ, the whole word, and then telnet. Perfect. PS, all good. Okay, appreciate that, man. So, let's try to wrap this up. This is a long task. He said task 6, and I'm still on this thing. So long. So we're permitting this right here. Permitting that right there. Now we need to block these guys right here from the loopback 20 address, right? So we need to block this traffic right here. How we do that? Would deny. But what did they say to explicitly deny? Explicitly configure the ACL to deny telnet access from loopback 20. So we say we know it's deny TCP 10 dot. The source is 10.20.20.3 subnet of 000.28 should be 240, so .15 to the IP address of 172.16.1.1 000 equals telnet. Alright, so now that ACL should allow this, block this, allow this from there, right? That with me so far? Anybody got questions or anything? Hosts 1 through 127. He said I wasn't really paying attention. You'll have to clarify it again. So what I was asking was, so what I was doing, let me see, the wildcard mask, right? So notice I created this wildcard mask, 1010.3, right? And then wildcard mask is this. So this is we're allowing this, permitting this, right? And that's what he said here. But obviously it converted it to this, right? Because it's the whole subnet. But if it's the whole subnet, what specifically is the wildcard mask gonna block, right? So is he going to allow just 1010 dot higher than 3 and up? So if I ping from also 10.10.10.80, is he going to be allowed to ping? I can't remember because, yeah, I can't remember. But let me know. Where we at here? Still on task 6. This is a long ass task. He might as well have just made this 8 task. Maybe he did that to just not intimidate us. So we did that. When done, apply this ACL inbound on router 1 serial 000 interface. Dude, I created the ACL on router 3. I should have done it. Oh no, it is on router 3. Let me see. Let me triple check. Okay, I did it on router 1, but I'm telnetted. I think I'm telnetted in him. That's what happened. Exit. Exit. That's what happened. So we need to, you see what the mistake is? I was telnetted into him, and then I created that ACL over here. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to create the ACL here. So I'm going to go ahead and erase it, and then y'all can see. So if you weren't paying attention, now you really can watch. So 1010.0 through 127. So block hosts. Okay. Okay, good. It's going to allow the first 3 octets. Yes. Gotcha. All right. So let me copy and paste that ACL. Show access lists. I hope I can copy and paste these bad boys. And then I'm going to erase this access list. No, access list. Extended. I mean, right? You can do, yeah, 170. 170. There you go. So I'm going to erase that bad boy and do show access list. List. and I needed to put it on router 1. I'm glad I caught myself there. So go global config mode. We're gonna say IP access list 170 or standard. No, extended 170. Let's see if we can paste those bad boys. Can we do that? Probably not because of the sequence numbers. Oh, we could. Beautiful. So now we took all those ACLs and copied it over. Show access list. Beautiful. So we were good to go there. I'm glad you can also paste the sequence numbers. Y'all know what these are, right? Even though y'all see I didn't type those, it automatically added it. You can pick the sequence numbers. So going router 3, and they said we wanted to apply that ACL on here. So right now we have the ACL, right? But we needed to apply it here. Yeah, remember what I said about ACLs, right? You can create a long ass ACL, all these rules and shit like that, right? But what if we had an interface here? We had an interface here. We had an interface here. We have an interface here and an interface here. If you create that ACL, it's not going to apply to all of them. You have to pick which interface you want that ACL to be on. Well, guess what? We're going to put it on that interface right there. So we go to that interface, global config mode. Let's make sure I'm on the right router this time. What the fuck's wrong with you, network, bruh? Maybe I had a long day at work. Who knows? Go to global config mode. We say IP or interface serial 000, IP access group, and then the name of it, which was 170, or number rather. And then you got to pick which way you want to put the ACL in. Do you want to block traffic coming this way or traffic going that way? Well, what is the telnet? The access control is going. The direction of it is. It's right over here. This arrow that we created earlier. So we need to set up inbound traffic to be blocked, or apply that rule to inbound traffic. So we're going to allow inbound from here, block inbound from here, and allow inbound from here. Right? Y'all with me so far? Anybody any questions or anything? Let me see. He said to the ACL parser rather. I'm impressed that you have the mental stamina to keep going. Man, I appreciate that, man. I guess I had some. It's all good. You can copy and paste, but you'll need to go to the new access list, config hierarchy. Yes, but you can't tell that to a network address or broadcast. So effectively, it blocks hosts in that range. If you type end once, you don't need to type exit 3 times. Oh, true. Okay, let's do that. I'll start doing that, man. I used to use end, but I don't know. I like either Control Z or exit, whatever. Any right interface, in or out. Yes. So we're gonna do inbound traffic. That applies it. How we check our work? Show access list hyphen list. Right. That is the access control list we pick. How do we know which interface we put it on? Go to that interface, so we could just do show IP access list. No, my bad. Show IP interface serial 000. And we'll see it was applied to that access control list over here, right? Inbound access list is 170. Anybody know a third way to check, verify our access control list other than show run? We can do, I think, show access list hyphen list hyphen list, and then what? And then 170, and then what? No, other than those two show commands for access lists, how else can we verify where it was applied and stuff? It doesn't make sense to make exceptions for this narrow context, therefore. Oh, well, you got a lot going on there, man. Since this will be a valid ACE for an ACL, applied as an access group to that. There, man, you saying a lot of stuff right there, man. Let me get on with the lab here, man. So we did the ACL, we applied it to the interface. Now he wants us to telnet to router 1 to router 3 to finally test it, basically. And we'll take a break in about 5 minutes because we're approaching the hour, right? So basically, we're going to telnet here to there from those respective IP addresses, right? So from here, and from here, using the telnet, and we're going to, so we need to change the source address like we did last time. If your ACL has been configured correctly, telnet should be allowed from loopback 10, denied here, and allowed from here. Right? Telnet should only be allowed from 10 and 30. And then they want us to test the ping. So let's go ahead and do that. Telnet 172.16.1.1 And if not, we're gonna have some troubleshooting to do. Source interfaces. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, you gotta do hyphen source interface for telnet. And then 10 dot. Or you just do the loop back, right? So loop back 10. Pray to the network gods. Oops, what did I make here? What did I make a mistake here? Did we create it? Oh, that's because we're on the wrong device. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. All right, let's get out of this. Let's copy and paste that. Y'all caught that, right? Let's go ahead and copy and paste this right here and put it on that one right there. Make sure you're actually testing from the right device. And we got prompts, so we're allowed, and we said it was all caps Cisco. Boom, we're good to go. So let's get out of this. We're back on router 3. So this one worked. Let's try it from loopback 20, and hopefully it blocks us. So same thing, but source interfaces loopback 20. Boom, destination unreachable, gateway hosts are down. So that worked. Let's try it again from loopback 30. That should work theoretically. Pray to the network gods, and we got access. It's all caps Cisco. Beautiful. So that works. All right. So now we telnetted to it. Now they want us to ping. So now we need to ping traffic. Try to ping that. And if this works, if your ACL has been configured correctly, you should be able. Ping should only work when you ping from loopback 20. So last time we allowed these guys to telnet and block telnet from him. Now what we're going to do is we're going to ping from here, but we're going to block pings from here and here. Y'all with me so far? So we're approaching the hour, and we should be able to wrap this lab up and take a break. Ping 172. Okay, so ping 172.16.1.1. Source address is 10.10.10.3. Let's just do loop back 10. My bad. So loop back 10. You can do either or. Ping, and we're getting some U's there, so we're good to go there. So that means it blocked it, just like we configured. So loop back 20. Hopefully that works, or else we'll have some troubleshooting to do. Pray to the network gods. Type in 20. That doesn't work. We should have been able to ping from that. So we got some troubleshooting to do. Damn it. All right, so let's take a look at our access list. But actually, let's test loopback 30, and then we'll go back to the other one. So hopefully that one works. We should be blocking that, right? It should only work from loopback 20. Yeah, so it worked from... No, it got blocked. It blocked 20. It blocked 10. Now try 30. That blocked, so that worked. So we need to worry about... We need to fix this. We need to allow ping from this. Let me see. Oh, I missed that step. Allow ping traffic from router 3. So I missed that step. That was in task 6. He just had all kind of shit jumbled in this damn task. But shout out to Paul Browning for challenging us here, right? We should be able to knock this one out. Let's look at our access control list real quick. So, access list. Do we have any traffic that's going to permit telnet from loopback 20? No, we don't. We have a permit here, a permit TCP. We have a denied TCP. We should have had allowing telnet from somebody. I mean, allowing ping. So let's go back to global config mode. We say IP access list. I got a P bad. Y'all know I drink a gallon a day, right? And I'm holding this. This how dedicated I am to y'all, man. And me, because y'all I like labbing every day, and this helps me learn and stuff like that. Maybe I should get a bedside pan and stuff like that. Lab every day, goddammit. I gotta pee. So access list number 170. Oops, my bad. You gotta do extended. And then 170. Now we're in that configuration mode. And we're going to permit ICMP for ping, right? There is no ping. You have to type in ICMP, which means ping. And then who we're gonna allow it from. The subnet of 10.20.20.3. The whole subnet. So 000.15. 15. And then destination of, oh, yeah, that's the source. Destination of 172.16.1.1. The exact host address we're going to do. 000, quad 0. And then we're going to log some matches here if we want to. No. You got to say EQ? EQ? No. That's it. I think that's all we got to do. What am I missing? Nothing. So let's show access list to verify our work. That's what I got to get rid of. You're right. I got to get rid of that logging synchronous bullshit, man. And I'm going to save that in my page. Show access lists. So now we have a final one that's going to permit telnet traffic from that host. I meant to put 1 dot. Yeah, that was correct. That was correct. So let's try that. Go back to router 3. Send that ping from here. And hopefully that worked. Right? We're going to ping. I hope you guys are following along. Let's go ahead and ping. Ping. 172.16. We already have it in here, right? There it is, right there. Source loopback. Not 30, but 20. And we got a reply. Beautiful. Next time you guys want to follow along, get you a copy of this book, man. 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4. In case you ain't got, if you ain't got, you don't want to wait till 8 o'clock to stream with the network, bro. You can do this on your own. Get a copy of this from 101labs.net. Orders a link in the description box below. It is an Amazon link, so I do get commission from it. And if you got Amazon Prime, they'll ship the book faster to you and stuff like that. Experts agree that we retain only 10% of what we read, but 90% of what we do. So I hope you are doing these labs along with me. And if you do it, if you want, you can do it off stream and stuff like that. It's just, I have a lot of fun. I get a lot of tips and tricks from my man Kelvin over there. Y'all make sure you subscribe to his channel. And my man PS and stuff like that. And, you know, this is a learning environment. So it's synergy here, man. So we're going to take a little 5-minute break. And I'll be right back. We'll do the next lab. Next lab is lab number 92. And I did not do a run with this, so this one's gonna be a little bit more. Yeah, this got 6 tasks, but it's a little bit more not complex. But this book, let me see what this lab they gave it. Extended name. This is a difficulty of 8 out of 10. So it's a little bit harder. Yeah, it's a little bit more harder. So let's take a break. And then move on with the show. Yeah! What's on the news today, y'all? Anywho. Oh, I forgot to put this stuff back. Duh. What am I thinking? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. I appreciate you for letting me know, Jason. Yeah, I was muting the microphone and stuff like that because I was using the bathroom and stuff. I didn't want y'all to hear that. But y'all let me know if you can hear me. But anyways, I'm sitting here like, yeah, this is the book we use, blah, blah, blah. So it's lab number 92, page number 399, if you're just getting caught up in stuff. Lab number 92, page 399. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hit me with a bruh if you can hear me, man. So, configure the host name, router 1 and router 3. Right? Okay, good. So, you know how to configure the host name, right? Configure router 1, 0, 000, provide clocking to router 3. So, we need to do that interface, provide clocking, that interface, and turn them both up. That's all we got to do. So, I'm going to try to race through this so that we can get through this, right? 0, 000. Y'all seen this before anyway, a million times, right? So, IP address is, I am on router 1, right? Yeah, so 172.16.1. Slash 26, which is 192, right? No shut that bad boy. We'll do some clocking. Clock rate is, he said, what? 768 kilobits per second. 0, right? And let's go ahead and set the other interface on router 3. That guy right there. So go to router 3. Configure terminal interface 0, 000. Remember, your interfaces might be different. And let me know if I'm moving too fast or 172.16.1.2. He's 1.1, right? I did 1.1 on the other guy, right? Yes, I did. Beautiful. And he should be same subnet mask, so 192. No shut that bad boy. No shut. Y'all ever typed in this when you were on here? No shit. We need to. They want us to configure RIP. Interesting, right? And then, configure the loopbacks. So go ahead and configure these loopbacks right here. All right, we're gonna run through this. Let's run through this. This is task 2. Go and configure those loopbacks on router 1. Router 1. All right. So let me get out of this. Control router 1. Interface loopback 10. Y'all with me so far? IP address 172.16.4. Let's try to wrap this up by 9:30. I don't know about 9:30 because this how many tasks? This got 6 tasks. We may or may not get through that, but I want to try to let's try to get through this. 16.4.1 subnet master /26.192. Right? Interface loopback 20. His IP address is 192.168. Fat Finger Squad in the building. Fat Finger Squad. Let me not celebrate that before I fuck up and make a mistake. And we got to do some troubleshooting. /29, which is 255.248. Shut that bad boy. And then do interface loopback 30. IP address is 10.10.1. Let me know if I'm going too fast because I want to get through this lab right here, man. /27, which is 224, right? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong there. That's the IP address right there. Actually, I can show my work with show protocols, and we'll see. And I'm glad, man. Shout out to Pete, man. This is a really helpful command. I like this one. So 16.4.1 /26, that's correct. 168.5.1 /29, that's correct. And 10.10.1 /27, that's correct. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. This is why I like streaming, because I'm learning with you guys, and I'm also teaching you. So this is synergy right here, right? This is a learning environment. I was trying to promote this channel, like I was letting other people know on other forums and stuff like that, man. The more people we have here, the better learning environment we have here. So as you can see, we got Timmy in the building. Shout out to Timmy for tuning in, man. Appreciate you for rocking with us, man. It's 9:17 p.m. over here, Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is over there. Configure router RIP version 2 on router 1 and router 3. So we got to do RIP. Y'all know how I feel about RIP. If you don't, you can look at some old videos on my channel where I go on this damn rant. So we need to put RIP on this interface, or just configure RIP version 2 between both of these routers. Right? RIP on there and RIP on there between the two, right? Version 2 though. Because I think version 1 is by default. I'm not sure. For those serial interfaces on both routers and the 4.0. So we need to do RIP there on that interface and that interface. We also need to configure RIP on the 16.4.0 loopback 10 on router 1. So we also need to do loopback 10. So RIP needs to be configured on that interface as well. Right? So this is going to be a little refresher for me. I forgot how to do specific interfaces and stuff like that. You could just do network, though. You could just do network. Because he said to do it on configure RIP version 2 for serial 000 on both routers. Okay. So, yeah. So that is serial interface and that serial interface. We got to configure RIP. So let's do that. So start with router 1, right? Go to global config mode. And what is it? Is it RIP? Router RIP? Router? I haven't done RIP in a minute. RIP. Right? And then you can even, that's all you can do with it, right? Router RIP. Yeah, so now we're in router config mode. And we're going to say network. We put our network address. Let's just do 172. We can just do all zeros, right? No, we don't do that because that's going to be all the interfaces. So we're going to do this 172.16.1.0 network, right? 16.1.0. Subnet mask of, or you can just do no auto summary, so it doesn't auto summarize, right? Let's just show our work with do show IP protocols to see what it's gonna do. It's doing a 16.0.0 network, so that's gonna allow that as well, which is gonna cover that. That's fine. That's fine. But if we wanted specifically for that, I think we should be good with that. Because if we do no auto summary, let me verify real quick. 7:20 p.m. Oh, okay, cool, man. Appreciate you for tuning in over there. Let's do no auto summary and do show IP protocols real quick. Let's see what we got going on there. Show IP protocols. Probably gonna be the same thing, right? 16.1.0 network. But you can't do wildcard mask or subnet mask and shit like that because this is a class full routing protocol. It works only with class full networks. So we also want to do it for the 4.0 network /26. Could you do RIP and just apply it to just the interface? Because we're doing the whole subnet, and loopback 10 is gonna do 16. Yeah, that's gonna cover loopback 10 anyway. So when we do it with this subnet mask, I mean with that network statement should cover that interface, this interface, as well as this interface, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me look at the solution guide. Y'all know if this is the first time you're tuning in, this is the lab guide we use, Cisco 101 Cisco 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4, right? Each one of the labs got some solutions, so I just want to triple check that right there. Y'all know I don't really refer to it very often. Oh, 16.4.0. So if you do that, no auto summary. That's what it is. So we need to add the 4.0 network right there to do it for it to work. So network, that's what he did. 172.16.4.0. So that way you don't know no auto summary. Now show IP protocols. It's still doing that, but this time we're putting RIP out of that interface, which is this right here, as well as loopback 10. Whereas the first time, who did it cover? See? Oh, it did cover both. So it still covered both those interfaces, but we specifically said it with this time. See, that's good to know. This is why I'm glad I'm doing this, because I didn't see that you could see what the interfaces you're advertising out of. I was always focused on the network part right there. What you're advertising out of. So that was task number. What task was that? That was task 3. But also on task 3, they said to configure EIGRP using AS10. So now we got to do egrip. Some people actually say egrip, believe it or not. There's some people that say that. Yeah, we got egrip on this interface here. I think you need version 2. Really? Oh yes, you're right. And I'm doing version 1. Good call. Good call. Shout out Jason Cliff for that one. See, this is why I like lab with you guys, man. So go to global config mode, and we say router RIP, and you got to type in version 2 right here. 2. Boom. So yeah, by default, now I'm gonna remember that Jason told me, hey, by default it's version 1, and that's what I was saying earlier. I don't remember which one it was by default, but by default, this iOS platform configures or enables version 1. It doesn't enable it, but that's the version it enables. We had to do version 2. So we did version 2 that time. Oh, and now we can see which ones it's doing, right? So show IP protocols. It's still doing that. All right, that's fine, because we're doing no auto summary anyway. So egrip 10. ASN number 10, right? So we got to say router, EIGRP, ASN 10. Y'all know what that is, right? And then he said what we got to do. Configure ASN for router 1 and router 2, or router 1 and router 3 on 000. So we need to do egrip for that interface right there. And this interface right here, we need to set up EIGRP for it, which basically means the 172.16.1.0 network. All right, so network. Uh, 172.16.1.0 network. We don't want to do any subnet masks, do we? Do we want to be specific with our subnets? Because there is a 17.16 over there. Because what's he going to do? Let's see what he's going to do. Because y'all know Paul Browning likes to trip us up over here. So let's verify what he says he's going to do here. EIGRP on both the serial interfaces and the 192.168.5.0 network. All right, so I think the network statement we're going to need to do is the 1.0 network, but /26. And then he said to also allow EIGRP from loopback 20 as well. So we're also going to allow create a neighbor relationship with that interface right there. Right? Y'all with me so far? So I think we need to be a little bit more specific with our network statements here. So we did 1.0, but we're going to do the /26 subnet. So we're going to do 000.26, right? Because you could do wildcard maps with EIGRP, right? Yes, you could. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do, really. So in this case, 000 dot. Let me see here. I have a brain fart here, man. Let's see here. 25, 26. So that means it is 192. So basically 255 minus 192, which should be what, 50 something? I don't remember. 63, right? That's what it is right there. I still got it in the calculator. 255 minus 192, 63. Beautiful. 63. And then what else can we do? That's it. That's pretty much it. So now we should see an EIGRP neighbor relationship come up in a couple seconds, right? Or not? Oh, because you got to do it on the other router. Duh. So let's go back to router 1. And we didn't even put our RIP statement on this guy. Figure terminal, router, RIP. And that's it. And we said network. Let's look at the network statements for that guy. And let's just copy and paste it. Do show run section RIP. Copy and paste this bad boy right here. Boom. Right? Put router 3. Get out of this. Paste that bad boy. Boom. We should see neighbor relationship pretty soon here. I don't think RIP gives you messages that you have a relationship though, right? Show IP or show router RIP. Show IP RIP. How you do it? How you check? Show RIP. No, show IP RIP. Show router RIP. How you check neighbor relationship for RIP, man? Show IP route. And it'll tell you the RIP commands. No, it ain't gonna tell you that. How we see our neighbor relationship with RIP? Y'all gotta remind me here. I ain't fuck with RIP in a minute. Show. Fuck all that, man. Let's worry about that until somebody let me know in the chat over there, because I'm gonna remember it after this, man. But we should have another neighbor relationship. But let's go ahead and show run section EIGRP egrep. Copy that bad boy and put it in the other guy. Go to config mode. Router 10. Router EIGRP 10. And we got a neighbor relationship. Good to go. Good to go there. Right now, this I know. Show IP EIGRP neighbor. We can see our neighbor relationship. All right, so we have the neighbor relationship between these guys right here, or between these guys right here. But now we need to advertise this route right here. How do we do that? We go back to that neighbor statement or process for EIGRP. Go back. We'll go to config mode. We say router EIGRP 10. I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, I know we can Google it, but y'all know I like to ask y'all, because y'all be quick with it, and you guys are smart. I'm not just gassing y'all up and stuff like that, but so we need one more network statement to advertise that route right there. 192.168.5.0 network. Right? That's what he said. Yes, /29. So network 192.168.5.0 network. /29, which is 000 dot 248, so that should be 7. Yes, 7. Enter. Now he theoretically should be able to see that network right there through EIG. He should be able to have a route with that now. Right? We haven't even got to ACLs yet, right? We fuck with EIGRP. We need a refresher anyway, right? So let's go back to router 3, look at his routing table, and see if he has some routes to that network. Show IP routes. We got a RIP route there. And we got our EIGRP route. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so that was still task 3, right? We got 6 tasks for this lab. And the last one is just the clear IP route, so command. So configure OSPF. Sheesh. He's really fucking with us with this one. Using process number 10 in area 0 on router 1 and router 3, the serial zeros, and the 10, the loopback 30 basically. So we're gonna do the same thing, but OSPF, right? So basically this is what we do, just in case you want to see it there, right? So we're gonna configure OSPF this time on this interface right here, that interface right there, and also the loopback 30. We need to advertise the loopback 30, which is this right here, using OSPF. So we need to advertise that network to router 3. Let's go ahead and do that. So we need the routing process on router. We need that on both of them anyway. Router OSPF 10. The network. What he said he wanted. Short-term memory. I suffer from short-term memory loss. Pop quiz. What's that from? For the 1010.0 network /27. So 1010. Hold up. Oh, that was loopback 10. That was for loopback 30. We need it on the serial interfaces. So the 172 network. So we need to do it for this right here. And I just drew it. What the hell's wrong with me? Right? For those serial interfaces right there. So we'll say network 172.16.1.0/26. So 000. Can you do wildcard? We can do wildcard maps with yes, we could. I keep forgetting which ones you can and which ones you can't. Now remember, OSPF and EIGRP, you do wildcard bits, right? You don't necessarily need wildcard bits for network for whatchamacallit though. EIGRP. So which one is that? That's /26. So it's 190. It was 63, right? Let's triple check that. Yeah, it was 63. 255 minus 120. I mean 192, right? 255 minus 192. Yeah, 63. Y'all know I'm not good with math, man. Y'all with me so far? Y'all have any questions or anything like that? Y'all kind of quiet in the chat room over there, man. Y'all want me that like button also, man. If y'all like what y'all see, y'all having fun and stuff, or y'all getting ready to wrap it up. We almost done here. We halfway through this lab here, man. We gonna get through this, man. We definitely gonna get it before 10 o'clock. So that's like an hour per lab. So that's not about right. 00063. Area 0, he said. Now, if we go back to router 3, and so we set it up for that guy. Now we need to put OSPF on that guy interface to make them to make them become OSPF neighbors, right? Go to config mode, conf t router OSPF 10. Remember, those ain't got a match, and I'll even show y'all, right? If you do 30, of course you shouldn't do that, but let's copy and paste that. I thought I copied and pasted it. I guess I didn't. Oh, I had went down some. Jason Clef, he said he thinking. You still thinking over there, or you just the last one to type something in there, man? Y'all let me know if you got any questions. There's a lot of smart people in that chat room. Y'all see, I just learned something just now, right? I just learned about the version 2 part. I mean, I knew about it, I just forgot about it. So that's why I like lab with you guys. Press enter. They should theoretically become neighbors, and there they go. Boom. So we did that interface right there. We did that interface right here. So now we need to advertise that subnet out of OSPF, right? Go back to router 1, right? Let's look at his routing table. Let's look at router 3's routing table. Does he know about those loopbacks yet? So he do know about a couple of them, but through a different routing process, right? He learned about this one through RIP. He learned about that one through EIGRP. And then we're gonna set an OSPF one. I don't think I've really. This is like that's why I like this book, man. Challenging me, man. I never really put all these routing protocols together and stuff like that. So, and now we're gonna see how the ACLs work with this. What he said here. We did that. Oh, the loopback 30. So we need to do it out of loopback 30. So network 1010. He said the subnet for it. Yes, the 1010.0 subnet /27, which is 000 dot. There's 3 of them, so 224 minus 255 minus 224, right? 255 minus 224. It's 31, so dot 31. Oh, area 0. I forgot to put that. And then let's see if he's gonna learn that out of OSPF now. We should learn 2 routes from OSPF theoretically. I don't see it. There you go, right there. We learned about the 10 network. We also learned about the 16.0 network. Well, we already knew about it, but yeah, these networks right here, that network, and the 10.0 network. 1010.0. 5 seconds ago. So we're gonna go there. Y'all let me know if you got any questions or if you lost or anything like that. We still working on our routing process and stuff like that. He said, I know that we haven't covered these yet, but just copy my commands as we need to test the ACL. Interesting. I thought he did cover those. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? Verify your configuration with the show IP route command, which we just did. Good to go. That was task 4. That all 3 routes are seen via the different configured routing protocols, which we did. So we've got an OSPF route, a RIP route, and a EIGRP route. So we're good. To test connectivity, ping the 3 loopbacks interfaces on router 1 from router 3. So now we need to have router 3 ping all 3 loopbacks. That guy, that guy, and that guy. Right? So router 3, let's have him ping 172.16.4.1. Do we have a route to that? I think we do. Yeah, we do. We got a reply. Beautiful. We're going to ping that second loopback, which is 192.168.5.0. Not 5.0. What the hell I'm thinking? 5.1. So, good. And I think because I didn't do subnet, I got the whole thing, but who knows? Who cares? Who is 5.0? Why do you get that? But either way. And then the final one, which is loopback 30. So 1010.1. Y'all with me so far? 1010.1. We got a reply. So all 3 of these guys worked, right? That one, and that one. These should all be reachable. Task 5. We're almost done, y'all. I know I said that a million times, but we are almost done. Configure a named extended ACL. What we came to do. Called routing-ACL. This ACL should have denied RIP version 2, allow EIGRP, and deny OSPF, and allow all other IP traffic. So there's a lot to digest there. We know we need to create a named ACL and call it routing-ACL. Let's go ahead and do that, right? So we'll go to global config mode on router 3. No, he said to do it on router 3. Yes, he did it. Do it on router 3. So we need to create an ACL right here. Right? ACL. But global config mode. We said IP access list. Extended. What we're gonna call it? Routing-ACL. And then this ACL should deny RIP traffic. Deny. So that's the key word right there, right? So deny. So we know, and he said deny RIP traffic. So, ooh, interesting. Can you just do deny RIP? Oh, this is gonna be a tricky one. I like you, Paul Browning. How do you block RIP traffic? It's not a protocol number. EIGRP is simply EIGRP. Ping is that. Maybe it's IP. I believe it's IP. Let's see. DNI IP. What's the source? Interesting. Interesting. This is a tricky one. That's a tricky one. Allow EIGRP, deny OSPF, and allow all other traffic. This is a trick one. This is a tricky one. All right, so this, I'm going to admit, I don't really know this one. And I'm going to try to fumble my way through this one. So let's see. An IP protocol number. Is there a protocol number for RIP? I think there is. Deny. This is a tricky one. We want a source and destination. But what's the source? He said 10.10.255 is a host in that subnet. Yes, 255 can absolutely be a host. I don't remember what Pete said. Oh, he probably thinking of a broadcast address is what he probably was thinking. That's probably what he was thinking. Triple 10.255. I may have to defer to the solution guide on this one. Let's do this. Let's do this. I know that EIGRP is EIGRP. We know we need to, because he said here allow EIGRP traffic. So we're gonna say permit for sure. EIGRP. Can you just do permit EIGRP any source, any destination, right? Because that's all he said. Allow EIGRP. Yeah. And then deny OSPF and allow all other IP traffic. So we're permitting EIGRP. That should take down our other interface. No, it won't. Oh, we didn't apply it yet. That's why. If we applied this ACL that we did right now, it should take down the RIP and OSPF process. We should put it in there and test that theory out. Let me test it out real quick. We'll come back to this. I just want to test that theory out real quick. Configure terminal interface 0.0.0. IP access group. What's the name of it? It is routing -ACL. We don't say inbound because that's what they're gonna have us do, right? Because he says to apply it inbound on router 3 is 0.0.0 inbound. That should take down our OSPF, and he had a RIP. Is that what he's gonna do from router 3? Because we're permitting EIGRP, so we should have an implicit deny at the end. I guess he don't block it. 0.0.0. We created the ACL right here, so I thought it would have took down. OSPF. Do we still have do show IP routes? There it goes right there. Took down OSPF. Beautiful. And it should theoretically, that's because of the dead timers are longer with those processes, remember? So RIP should be down in about a minute or two. Should be down in a minute or two. But I'm not gonna wait that long. Let's go ahead and remove that though. Control A and bring that back up. So okay, so it's back up. That's what I wanted it to test. Good to go. Let's go back into the ACL configuration mode. IP access list. Extended, and it's called routing -ACL. Y'all with me so far? Yeah, that's blocking everything else too. Yes, exactly. I just wanted to test that theory out. But I took it off and OSPF is back. Don't fret. What I wanted to figure out, so we're denying OSPF. We're denying RIP. But how do we allow? Oh, we did that. Yeah, we did. So I think that's what we did. We could just deny. We allowed. Let's check our access control list. Let's see if that. I might have did it right then. Let's see. Show IP access lists. That's allowing EIGRP for sure. That should deny OSPF, which it did. How do I make sure that it denies RIP though? Oh, it blocks everything else. Beautiful. So, oh, that's why. Task 6. Issue the clear IP route star command and look at the routing table again. So I did that, right? And then I saw it took down the OSPF neighbor relationship right at the right time. So it was still, oh, well, the EIGRP is still in there. But the RIP was still in there. So maybe I had to clear the routing table. Because remember, RIP, it takes like 30 seconds before, you know, it flushes, or a minute or something like that, before 3 minutes or something like that, before it flushes the table. So I think I did this correctly. I just need to go back to that configuration mode. Oh, the domain lookup. I need to fix that for router 3. Well, he said it was control. He said control shift X6. Control shift 6. There you go, right there. All right, and I'll fix that later. So go back to global config mode. Go back to that interface. I think I did it right that time. I just needed to clear the routing table to see the RIP one flushed. How long does it take before the RIP routes to get flushed out of your network, out of your routing table? Pop quiz for y'all. That's another pop quiz, right? So let's see. We'll apply that access list again. Right there. Boom. Let's take a look at the routing table. Show IP routes. So we still have our OSPF route. We still have our EIGRP route, or RIP route. We still have our EIGRP route, which we wanted to allow this. We wanted to block this and to block this. So we don't want to see an O and an R. Obviously, it takes a minute before it takes down the neighbor relationship for OSPF, and I'll wait. Or you could just do the clear IP route star, and we'll see. So clear IP route, and that'll clear all of them, right? There it goes. So it already did it right there. OSPF is down. Let's take a look at our routing table again. So we don't want to see an O or an R. We can call it a night. Show IP routes. We don't have an O, but we still have this R because it takes a while for RIP routes to get flushed. Anybody know? He said it said to allow all in the end. Okay, that's true. So I need to do a IP any then, right? Let me know. But we wanted to block the RIP route. Let's take a look at it again. Show IP route. RIP route's still there. Clear IP route star. Take a look at it again. Show IP route. RIP route is gone now. RIP route is gone now. Can I ping? You said that's blocking everything. Can I ping from here to there? 172.16.1.1 ping. I theoretically should because I still have an EIGRP neighborship. Ping 172.16.1.1. Oh, that is blocking everything. So you said to allow, yes, IP any. That's what I needed. Thank you, Jason. This is why I love fucking with y'all, man. Because I totally forgot about that. I can't ping because I have an implicit deny, and I don't have anything that's gonna allow everything else. So I need to go back to global config mode, IP access list. Extended routing hyphen ACL IP permit IP any that's gonna allow everything else. Show access list and we're gonna permit just that, block everything else. So, oh, no, that brings up OSPF. Maybe I got to put in... See, that brought up OSPF. We wanted to make sure that we deny OSPF and RIP. Because now our RIP routes are going to be back. Show IP routes. Theoretically, our RIP routes should be back. Yes. So, we're doing IP any, but we want to deny the other two. So, we're back to square one with this one. So, let's go back to global config mode. We need to go in here. And we need to deny... what we need to deny? Deny RIP and OSPF. So deny RIP. We know how to deny, we know how to allow EIGRP, but how do we deny RIP? That is the tricky one. That is the tricky one. How do we deny RIP? Is it just IP and then you don't do the source? Any, and then equals something? No. Deny IP any. Any host, any destination. To any destination. That's what I did, but then I wanted to equal. So let's do this. Instead of IP, let's do a IP. Yeah, that is IP. So maybe you got to do the protocol number. And you got to know the protocol number to do this. How do we block OSPF? Any IGF? Oh, there's OSPF. Duh. What the hell am I? What is wrong with me, man? Deny OSPF. Any. That should take down the neighbor relationship. Start with deny OSPF. Yes. So we did that. Okay, good. Thank you, Jason. But how do I deny? Now, how do I deny RIP? That should take it down real quick, though. It should take it down in a minute. We need to deny RIP, and RIP is not in here. So deny. We know we need to do a deny here. Do we need to know the protocol number for RIP? Like EIGRP's protocol number, I believe, is 88. That's the only one I know. I could go to the solution guide, but y'all know I tried not to do it. Is it TCP? Is it TCP type of traffic? Any equals, and then equals question mark. We want to deny RIP traffic. Oh, RIP is UDP? You can do BGP. How do we block RIP traffic? He said he looked, so not saying. Okay, it's all good, Jason, man. I appreciate you for holding that back. If anybody else knows, don't put it in the chat, man. Just I know, like, I like to challenge myself. I want to try to figure this out. RIP. He said he looked, but it's all good, though. Is anybody else stuck here, or has anybody else figured it out? Let me know. Let me know in the chat room if you figured it out, but don't put its answer in there yet. I want to say, let's try UDP. I want to say UDP. I'm going to try UDP traffic. Any, equals RIP. There you go. RIP is UDP. Is that it right there? Show IP or show IP routes. We don't want to see an O or an R in here. We got both. We did not block OSPF, interestingly enough. Why not? Didn't we say deny? Let's look at our access controllers. Show access. Probably because they're not in the right order. We're permitting EIGRP. Good. We're permitting IP any. And then we're going to deny OSPF. Deny RIP. Maybe we need to put the IP any afterwards. Maybe that's what it is. Because that didn't take down our neighbor relationship. So I probably got to do that. Show IP routes. Right? Yeah, we still got an O and an R in there. We need that. We need that taken out. We want to take down RIP and OSPF. He said, shout out to Bill Maria. He said you want the Discord link. Yeah, sure, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. And I will send you the Discord server right about now. I also took a peek at the solution. Interesting lab. That's what's up, man. That is the Discord server. Make sure you join. Y'all remember me that like button if y'all like what y'all see so far, man. And so Pete, you also got a copy, or you took a peek at it. I think I need to change the order of my access control list there. So that's what I think I got to do. And if not, I want to try to do this. We was gonna knock this out at 10 o'clock, and that'll be right at the 2-hour mark for this stream here. IP access list extended. It is called routing-ACL. And let's do a no 40. Can you do that? Because it was line number, not 40. It was line number 20. So no 20. And now let's add that permit any, and it's going to deny everything else. So we're going to permit any. I think that's what I need to do. And I need to change that sequence. I'm going to change that sequence to number 50. Let's do that. 50. Permit IP any. Now I'm going to show my access control list. Show IP access list. There we go. So I changed the order of what to check. We got a match there. We also got a match here. That should be good to go. Took down OSPF and theoretically should take down RIP. Show IP route. We don't have an O. This R is still there because it takes a while for the RIP routes to flush, and nobody answered that question just yet. Would another way to do this is to deny multicast address of RIP besides the official solution? I think so. Which the multicast address is 224.0.0.9. I think that's the multicast address, if it's version 2. Thanks. I really like your videos. As a student, they are very useful. Man, I appreciate that, man. But I hope you're not just watching, or you probably tuned in late or whatever. But when you're watching these streams, I typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you get you a copy of this book, CCNA, 101 Labs Cisco CCNA version 4. You get a copy of this from 101labs.net. It's authored by Paul Browning and Friday to File. But just to be aware, we're on lab number 92. So we about halfway, we more than halfway done through this book. After that, we're going to move on to the CCNP topics, and we're going to use this book. We're going to use other resources as well, such as Boston NetSim and stuff like that. What else I wanted to say? But if you do happen to get the book, and while we finish this book up, you can still replay the old streams and follow along that way. Trust me, you'll learn a lot doing it that way. And because I go at a pace where everybody, I'll make sure we're all on the same page. I'm getting help from people in the chat room and stuff like that. But if you play it live, if you replay it later on, you'll be like, no, man, you dummy network, bro. It's router RIP, or you got to put in the multicast address. You know, it's better to watch this live, I guess. So show IP route, and the route should, nope, it's still not flushed. Let's do a clear IP route, and then star. Now look at it, show IP route. It removed the route. Binyao. Shout out to Paul Browning for this book, man. This really challenged me right there. Y'all see? And I did it without the solution. Yeah, let me look at the solution and see how they did it. Maybe it's because I did it differently. Maybe I finagled it. But we allowed OSPF traffic. I mean, we allowed EIGRP traffic, but we blocked the RIP and OSPF. So we don't have an enabled relationship there. Right? So we do a show IP EIGRP neighbors. We still got a neighbor with EIGRP, but we do a show IP OSPF neighbors, none. Even though show IP protocols, we are still running that, we're still running RIP, and we are still running RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF. So we're still running all those protocols there. It's just that it's being blocked by an ACL. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He said, nice troubleshooting. Kelvin said, nope, this is the broadcast address of blah, blah, blah. Whereas, oh, you answering that other question. But, yeah. Next time, you guys, y'all remove that like button. So, let me see how they did it. I needed to change the order of my ACL. That was my problem. He did it by port number. Interesting. So there's other ways to do it. OSPF is protocol 89. See, that is something I did not know. I knew EIGRP is 88 though, because I remember that in the job interview. See, right here, it even says in a note. Notice that I use the IP protocol numbers 88 and 89 for EIGRP and OSPF. Respectively, instead of using the keywords EIGRP and OSPF, which is what I did, right? I'll show you, just in case you were just tuning in, right? Show IP access list, right? I use those keywords, EIGRP and OSPF, but you could also use the protocol number. I don't know the protocol numbers. I knew E88, but I thought it was easier to just use EIGRP. Even though I did so, Cisco iOS converted these to their common names, which is what you will see when you issue the show access list, which is what we see right there. So if I were to put like 88 there and then did show IP access list, you would see this instead. And that's what he said. I didn't know that. That's why I love this book, man. It took me a little bit of troubleshooting, and I did it without the solution. I'm proud of myself. You know, pat myself on the back there. Next time you guys want to tune in and watch this from the start, and y'all know I'll wait for a little bit for everybody to come into class late and stuff like that, and give it about 10 minutes before we start. Give you time to run to the bathroom real quick, have some tea or water or whatever. Give you some time to launch up GNS3 or Packet Tracer or whatever you want to do to lab along with us, man. Because like I said, I used to back in the day just play CBT nuggets and hope that information sticks in the background while I'm over here on goddamn Instagram or YouTube or something else while that one's playing in the background. You're not gonna learn that way, man. So if you're just getting started and stuff like that, watch these labs and lab along with us, man. Experts agree that we retain only 10% of what we read, but 90% of what we do. So that's why I'm asking you guys to lab along with us and do this stuff hands-on. That's how you're going to learn. Y'all see how it took me a little bit of, I don't know everything, but it took me a little bit of troubleshooting to actually get this access control list to work, and then look in the solution guide and saw there's other ways to do it. Now I know 2 ways to do this. Use the, I knew you could do port number as well, but, and then I also saw, oh yes, it worked because I saw that match right there, and then this match. And then, did anybody get... nobody got that pop quiz. How long it takes for the RIP route to flush? Because remember, I kept running show IP routes, and then it was still in there, right? Earlier, when I did show IP route, the RIP route was still in there. It was still here. It wasn't until I did clear IP route to flush that route. How long does it take before it rips the route? Get it? Out of your routing table. Pardon the pun. But it wasn't until I did that before it ripped the route out. So, pop quiz before we shut this stream down. We typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I'll do it on the weekend. It'll be a surprise one, whatever. Or you could just join the Discord server and I'll be like, hey, y'all, I feel like labbing today. I ain't got shit to do, or I don't have my daughter or whatever. Let me give you guys the Discord server, and then you can get updates if I cancel a stream, which I've rarely been doing lately because I've been dedicated to this, man. And you guys make it fun, so, and y'all help me out and stuff like that. And I'm glad you guys didn't give me the solution. I actually did it right there. 520 EQ RIP. That's new. Hey, listen, I didn't know that protocol either, but I did it by UDP. Now I'm going to remember RIP is a UDP protocol. It is not TCP. So just little shit like that, man. That's how you kind of remember it. I'm going to remember this stream here too. And sometimes I'll go back and watch these live replays. But for now, comment. Well, does anybody know how long it takes before it flushes the RIP route? I'm going to Google it real quick. I think it's 3 minutes though. Let's see. How long before, how long RIP route flush. Let's see. 240 seconds is the default, which is what? That's how many minutes? That's 3 minutes, right? Isn't that 3 minutes? 60 times 3? I don't know. Y'all know I don't know. I'm not good at math. 60 times 3? No, that's 180. So 60 times 4? Yeah, so it's 4 minutes? 60 times 4 minutes? Oh, it's 4 minutes is the default time before it flushes the route. So we would have had to wait 4 minutes before this route gets flushed. I thought it was 3 minutes. That's interesting. That's good to know. That's global knowledge. That is the default flush period is 240 seconds. Interesting. That's something else I learned. I thought it was 3 minutes. P.S. Kelvin, if you reread, I gave all these hosts, it would have been, thanks for our streams, 180. Prem, I thought, shout out to Prem for, thank you for tuning in. I thought it was 180 seconds as well, but it's actually 240 seconds, which is what I got when I Googled it. So unless that is not a reputable source, globalknowledge.com, I know Network Lessons, they really know. This is Renee Molnar's website. Shout out to them. But let's see. Control F, flush timer. Default is 240 seconds. So yeah, this is a good website and is reputable. So yeah, it's 240 seconds. I thought it was 3 minutes. It's actually 4 minutes. So wait, you said 3 minutes, Jason? How many minutes is goddamn? How many minutes is 3 seconds, man? I mean, look, man, 60 times 3 minutes, or times 3, which will be 3 minutes, is 180 seconds. 60 times 4 minutes is 240 seconds. So default is 4 minutes. That makes sense? Unless my math is wrong. Let me know in the chat. But we pretty much wrapped up that lab, man. Tomorrow, I may just do one lab tomorrow. Yeah, I might just do one lab. Tomorrow's lab is page number 406, lab number 93. So it's also extended numbered ACLs. Or this one was named. Today is numbered. Or tomorrow's numbered. So we're going to have back-to-back routers. And then create a numbered ACL. That's why I like this book, man, because I wasn't great with ACLs, but he's got ACL after ACL after ACL after ACL lab. So you can't be wrong. Yeah, it's actually 4 minutes, man. But it's all good, man. Sometimes I'm wrong too, Jason. It's all good, though, bro. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Next time, Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.